So you want to do radio? We've got your back. Hi, I'm Jose Imbert for Broadcasting Europe's Radio Transversal in Spain. And today we're going to give you 5 tips to being a good radio director. Tip 1, prepare. The one thing that you want to do is prepare for what's to come. You have to make sure how many guests you're going to be having. Leave nothing unchecked. Make sure that you've got your equipment properly hooked up. Make sure that you also have a run to test your microphones, because the one thing that you don't want to do is to go live and all of a sudden one of your guests is not being heard. Number 2, engagement. Now, the one thing that you also want to do is to make sure that you set your guests at ease. So engage them in good conversation. It could be about the topic that you guys are going to discuss during the show, or just menial conversation, something to make them feel that they're at home and not a little bit overwhelmed by the experience of being on radio for perhaps the first time. Number 3. Another thing that you want to make sure that you are always on top of is controlling the topic, making sure that you and your guests are always on topic, and time management. Now, in radio, time is money, so you want to make sure that you're always within time as you have planned, so you don't go over your allowed time. Number 4, playlist and background music. Another thing, you also want to make sure that it's also part of the planning stage, but it's also something that you have to look at sort of as on its own, is if you're going to have any music playing either on the background or as a playlist, to make sure that you have loaded those properly onto your software. 5. The 5th tip to be a great director is to also enjoy the experience. Remember why you got into radio, be it web or live, or if it's just a podcast. Remember why you're doing this, the importance of why you're doing this, and enjoy the experience. And as well, make those around you enjoy. That's going to reflect on your content, and that's going to please your listeners as well. That was your 5 tips for being a good radio director. So thank you for joining us. And again, remember that we're Radio Transversal from Spain under the Broadcasting Europe project funded by Erasmus.